covering the story today. All of today's developments, including concern about possible Russian cyber attacks. We begin with CBS 2's Marissa Perlman live in the newsroom with breaking news. Marissa.
Well, Brad, moments ago, Russia vetoed a UN resolution that called on Moscow to halt the attacks and withdraw troops. We're also learning Russia is now under increasing pressure as the European Union and the U.S. both announced sanctions against Russian President Vladimir Putin and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. The White House says the U.S. sanctions will include a travel ban. Meanwhile, NATO leaders say for the first time ever, thousands of troops will be sent into Ukraine's neighboring countries to protect its allies, but not to Kyiv, as the capital is under attack for a second night.
Gunshots ring out at a Kyiv train station as huge crowds try to flee the city, forcing their way onto trains. We know at least 100,000 people have been uprooted in Ukraine, fleeing their homes since Russia first launched its assault. 40,000 have crossed into neighboring countries like Poland and Romania.
We don't know what's going to happen here next. We're just being safe. I think the best thing right now is to be safe, is not be here.
Early morning, a bright flash of light was seen over Kyiv after an explosion in the city. Missiles and airstrikes rained down as day 2 of Russia's invasion focused on Ukraine's capital, now fueling fears of a wider war in Europe and triggering worldwide efforts to make Russia stop its invasion. A video posted by Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky shows the president is in Kyiv, saying, "We are in Kyiv. We are defending Ukraine." This as Ukraine's Minister of Defense calls for civilians ages 18 to 60 to be armed and help defend the country. Meanwhile, the death toll is rising. 2 people were killed after a school was hit by shell fire in eastern Ukraine, including the school's headmaster and a geography teacher. Russia still denies it's targeting civilians, but so far 137 people have been killed and more than 300 people hurt.
There is no doubt about NATO's readiness to protect and defend all allies.
NATO says it's activating its response force, marking the first time it will be used to protect neighboring allies, as thousands more U.S. and allied troops make their way to the eastern flank.
And just this hour, we've learned the U.S. is going to provide additional security assistance to Ukraine, but how it will be done is still being worked out. We also know all U.S. senators will have a classified briefing on the Ukraine invasion on Monday. Who will give that briefing has yet to be announced. Live in the newsroom, Marissa Perlman, CBS 2 News.
Marissa, thank you.